Cambodia, a nation steeped in rich history and vibrant culture, bears the indelible scars of a tragic past. The name Pol Pot, synonymous with brutality and genocide, continues to haunt the nation's collective memory. His regime, the Khmer Rouge, orchestrated one of the most horrific episodes in human history, leaving an estimated 2 million Cambodians dead. This essay delves into the life and actions of Pol Pot, tracing his ascent to power and the devastating impact of his rule on Cambodia. We will explore the personal stories of survivors, juxtaposed against historical analysis, to gain a deeper understanding of the Khmer Rouge's reign of terror. Born Saloth Sar in 1925, Pol Pot's early life offered little indication of the horrors he would later unleash. However, his formative years coincided with a period of growing anti-colonial sentiment in French Indochina, which profoundly shaped his worldview. Drawn to communist ideology, he journeyed to Paris in the 1950s, where he immersed himself in Marxist-Leninist thought and became involved with the French Communist Party. It was during this time that he adopted the pseudonym Pol Pot, a name that would forever be etched in the annals of history as a symbol of unspeakable cruelty. Upon his return to Cambodia in 1953, Pol Pot joined the nascent communist movement, which was gradually gaining momentum against the backdrop of the First Indochina War. Displaying a cunning intellect and ruthless ambition, he rose through the ranks, eventually assuming leadership of the Khmer Rouge in 1963. Under his direction, the movement retreated into the remote jungles of Cambodia, where they established clandestine bases and cultivated a culture of paranoia and violence. The Vietnam War, raging across the border, provided fertile ground for the Khmer Rouge's growth. Exploiting the chaos and instability engulfing the region, they skillfully recruited disillusioned peasants and alienated intellectuals, promising a utopian agrarian society free from foreign influence. Pol Pot's ideology, a toxic blend of Maoism, Khmer nationalism, and a profound distrust of modernity, resonated deeply with a population weary of war and yearning for change. Little did they know that the change promised would herald an era of unimaginable suffering. The seeds of Cambodia's tragedy were sown in the crucible of the Vietnam War. As the conflict escalated, the United States launched a bombing campaign against suspected communist sanctuaries in Cambodia, inadvertently bolstering the Khmer Rouge's appeal. The indiscriminate bombing raids, which inflicted heavy civilian casualties, drove many Cambodians into the arms of the insurgents, who skillfully exploited the anti-American sentiment. Pol Pot, a master manipulator, portrayed the Khmer Rouge as the only force capable of protecting Cambodia from foreign aggression, further consolidating his power. With the fall of Saigon in 1975, the Khmer Rouge, emboldened by their Vietnamese allies' victory, marched into Phnom Penh, marking the beginning of their reign of terror. The city's inhabitants, accustomed to the cosmopolitan bustle of urban life, were ill-prepared for the radical transformation that awaited them. Within hours, the streets were teeming with armed cadres, herding residents out of their homes and into the countryside. Families were torn apart, businesses shuttered, and the vibrant tapestry of Cambodian society ripped asunder. Pol Pot, now the undisputed leader of democratic Kampuchea, as Cambodia was renamed, wasted no time in implementing his radical vision. Inspired by Mao Zedong's Cultural Revolution, he sought to create a purely agrarian society, purged of all vestiges of Western influence and intellectualism. Cities were emptied, money abolished, and religion outlawed. Anyone deemed a threat to the revolution, intellectuals, artists, professionals, even those wearing eyeglasses, faced imprisonment, torture, or execution. The Khmer Rouge's reign of terror was characterized by a chilling combination of ideological fanaticism, paranoia, and systematic brutality. Children were separated from their parents and indoctrinated in revolutionary ideology, encouraged to spy on their families and report any perceived transgressions. Forced labor became the norm, with Cambodians toiling endlessly in the fields, often without adequate food or rest. Starvation, disease, and overwork became rampant, claiming countless lives. The Khmer Rouge's reign of terror was meticulously orchestrated, with a network of prisons and execution sites scattered across the country. One such site, the notorious Tuol Sleng Genocide Museum, stands as a chilling testament to the regime's brutality. Formerly a high school, S21, as it was known, became a torture chamber where an estimated 20,000 prisoners were interrogated, tortured, and ultimately executed. The regime's meticulous record-keeping, driven by a perverse obsession with documenting their crimes, has provided invaluable evidence for historians and survivors seeking justice. The killing fields, located on the outskirts of Phnom Penh, offer a haunting glimpse into the sheer scale of the genocide. Mass graves, unearthed after the fall of the Khmer Rouge, contain the remains of thousands of victims, many blindfolded and bound, their skulls shattered by blows from iron bars. The sheer barbarity of the killings, often carried out by teenagers indoctrinated in the regime's twisted ideology, defies comprehension. One survivor, Bu Meng, a painter imprisoned at S21, recounted his harrowing experience in chilling detail. Subjected to relentless torture and forced to paint portraits of Pol Pot, he witnessed firsthand the depths of human depravity. His story, and countless others like it, serve as a stark reminder of the human cost of the Khmer Rouge's revolution. The Khmer Rouge's reign of terror extended beyond physical violence, encompassing a systematic assault on Cambodian culture and identity. Temples were desecrated, traditional music and dance banned, and the Khmer language purged of words deemed reactionary. The regime's goal was nothing less than the complete eradication of Cambodian history and the creation of a new ideologically pure society. This cultural genocide, aimed at erasing the nation's collective memory, left a profound and lasting impact on Cambodia.